Hey everybody, welcome back to Let's Play Pokemon Heartgold. It is now Saturday evening, been a few days since I've had the time to play, but I figured I would do something a little bit different for this episode, just to break things up, and we are going to actually start by flying back to Johto. You may notice I have a slightly different party today, and that is because we are going to be catching some legendary Pokemon, specifically the legendary dogs, and I am a little bit short on time, have pretty much exactly 45 minutes to play. So we're going to go ahead and get going. So when you're in Johto, you should be able to see the locations of both Entei and Raikou on your town map. And the legendary dogs, being roamers as they're called, move around quite a bit. So you can possibly just get lucky and run into them the way we have a couple times throughout the Let's Play or even off screen. So for example, Entei is to the west of us, but that requires a decent bit of luck because every time you change zones, so do they. So for example, I'm going to from Ekritique to, where are we now? Route 38, and even though Entei was just here, oh, he's still here. Okay, make me a liar, Entei, way to go. Normally they move, so a good strategy is just to go in and out of a place like this, where you can just keep repeating it over and over until eventually you happen to be on the same route that they are. It usually doesn't take too long. Not bag. I did try to teach Kingler Waterfall to help weaken legendary dogs, but see, I think Entei is actually on the route right next to mine. So I bet when I go to that route, he's going to come to this route. I don't want to use a repel, because I want to obviously encounter Entei. So you'll just have to bear with me here a little bit. Magnemite. So I do have Gengar out first because roaming Pokemon tend to run away on their first turn. And really the only way to stop that is to either put them to sleep with a faster Pokemon, so you could use Gengar. But most sleep moves do not have 100% accuracy. Hypnosis, for example, has 60% accuracy. I think the only sleep move that does have 100% accuracy, Spore, is typically learned by very slow Pokemon, mostly grass types. Smeargle is actually probably the fastest one that can learn Spore, or at least far up there. Okay, come on. Maybe I should get off my bike. Oh, really? I feel like I've never encountered this many wild Pokemon in so few steps. And Eradicate. If Gengar was under level 40, I could use Repel and not have to worry about Entei or Raikou being repelled, but I'm pretty sure Repel will get rid of all lower level Pokemon, even legendary ones. Yep, see, now they moved. So why don't we just go back and forth on these two routes until they eventually come back here. And I thought they kind of moved to adjacent routes, but apparently not. They seem to be moving very, very fast. So maybe it is entirely random. So on your first turn, ooh, I'm glad I remembered that. So we actually did not teach Gengar Mean Look yet. That could have been really unproductive. Let's take a quick detour to Blackthorn to go to the move relearner and teach Gengar Mean Look. So even though I haven't really had too much time to play on screen, I did have a little time here and there to play off screen, and I spent a decent portion of that trying to farm heart scales. And I got really unlucky when it came to heart scales. I don't think I found a single one, to be honest. So what I decided to do, instead of just standing there and wasting hours and hours of my free time trying to break boulders to get heart scales, I just went ahead and traded them over from another game. Because it's not game breaking, I could have just literally stood there and broken rocks till I got heart scales, but you know, it's not an advantage that I otherwise would not have at this point in the game. It just saves me some time. So this is kind of tough. I like Nightshade because it does consistent damage, so it's good for catching Pokemon. I can't crit, for example, so it'll always do the same amount of damage. Alright, I've talked myself into it. Let's get rid of Dream Eater. It's a very good combo with Hypnosis, but we do have to give up some move for Mean Look. Alright, very nice. And Shadow Ball, having Stab, will still do more to the legendary dogs. And the legendary birds when we get to that point as well. And Lugia, while we're talking about it. Okay, so let's See, ironically, I kind of liked where we were at before. Let me just see if by any chance one of the legendary dogs might be here. No. Alright, so in that case, I think that was probably a pretty good route because we could actually go back and forth between two routes with grass. Normally I go back and forth between like Ekrotik and the route just south of it. I don't know why, just the one I chose back when I used to catch them. But there, if you go to Ekrotik, and there's no chance of them being at Ekrotik because it's a city. So you have to, it wouldn't really count for anything. You'd have to just keep going. So let's go back to this place, this time from Olivine, where there's no, oh, okay, so we're so close to Entei, but I think he's actually on the other part of the route, and when we go to that part of the route, he will move. Just double checking the Gengar's in the lead. Yes, he is, and he should be faster. Gengar is a pretty fast Pokemon. I think he has like base 110 speed. Alright, checking the Pokegear. I wish we could keep it open on the bottom part of the screen. Nope. Checking again. Nope. So unfortunately there's going to be a little bit of this until we actually get lucky here. Nope. Entei's over like a rage. Raikou to the south. Alright, Entei's getting closer. Come on, Entei. One nice thing too is that, oh, I think he's here. Is that even if you, let me just save the game real quick. Even if you accidentally, even if they do run away, I should say, they will not heal up in between. They will have the same amount of damage, and even I think the same effect if they were like paralyzed or something, as they did when they fled. You think like if a day went by they would heal up eventually, because wild Pokemon obviously heal at some point. That's why they're all at full health. But that's not how it works to my recollection. So it looks like the legendary dog is not necessarily the first Pokemon you find, because that was definitely a Raticate. I don't hear the fancy music. Another Raticate. I know Gengar's scary, but come on, Entei. And I didn't check to see how many Dust Balls we have, but we should have quite a few. Oh, here we go. Our first encounter, well, our first recent encounter with a legendary dog. Entei's seen us quite a bit. Alright, pressure, so my my moves will lose power points twice as fast. We are going to start with mean looks, so Entei cannot just flee. We are faster, that's very good. Raikou is the only one that might be faster, but being 11 levels higher I think will be okay. Alright, now he tried to flee and he could not. But I believe Entei still has Roar, so I'm going to try to put it to sleep right away so that it can't roar my Pokemon away. And in a wild Pokemon battle, if your enemy uses Roar, the battle just ends, whereas in a trainer battle it just makes you switch. Alright, so now we have to do damage, and the reason I saved is because if you knock them out, I think they're knocked out for good. I don't think even a crit will take it out with a Shadow Ball. Let's go for it. I was thinking maybe I should use Nightshade. It'll do less damage, but it'll be more consistent damage, so I can get a sense of how much it'll do. Okay, that's kind of what I was afraid of, was that Shadow Ball might put it too low to use another Nightshade. So I probably shouldn't use Nightshade. I want to bring in Kingler, but I'm afraid Entei's going to wake up soon. Let me just waste a turn with Hypnosis. I know it's already asleep. And I'm faster, so it can't wake up and put back to sleep in the same turn. Okay, good. Oh, actually Fire Spin's not good, because I couldn't have switched then. So I'm glad that missed. Not glad that missed. Flamethrower, I'll take a Flamethrower, that's fine. Well, I don't know if it's just say fine, but it's okay. Oh, and we're burned! I could use a full restore, but I just don't have the turns to do it. Every turn matters here. Oh yeah, Citrus Berry. Maybe I should give Gengar leftovers, since this is going to be a long battle. I'll switch them out after this. Okay, Entei is back asleep, so we'll get at least one turn of sleep here. Hopefully more. So now it's my chance to bring in Kingler and do some full swiping. I tried teaching Kingler Waterfall so I could switch in Kingler earlier and do some damage, but Kingler cannot learn Waterfall. Kind of surprisingly. I should have taught it a Swords Dance though. I don't think Entei has an item. And being at the same level, it shouldn't... It fled while it was asleep? I didn't know it could do that. Hello, this is Professor Oak. You're catching a lot of Pokemon, aren't you? Did he get disconnected? That was a random phone call. So, I didn't know the legendary dogs could flee while they're asleep. I guess the only way to keep them from fleeing is Mean Look. Maybe I should have tried to find a Pokemon with Mean Look and Baton Pass then. Or like, I guess you could use like Fire Spin. I think that, or Whirlpool maybe? Ah, that's a good question. Maybe Whirlpool would do it. Can Kingler learn Whirlpool? The only thing though is Kingler even faster than a legendary dog. Not than Raikou. Probably not Entei either. He can learn it. The thing about Whirlpool is it also does damage every turn though, and I don't want to keep doing damage to it, so let's not bother with that. Alright, so... Wait, no, stop. Don't learn Whirlpool. See, the trouble is if I'm worried if I put Kingler in the lead, legendary dog's just going to flee. Suicune I think is maybe not too fast. Kingler's pretty slow though, right? Yeah, Kingler's really slow. Unfortunately, I don't think Kingler's going to be too useful here. I hate to say it, but that's just the way it is. Alright, let's use, just to avoid going to a Pokemon Center. Let's use a Rost Berry on Gengar, and a couple Citrus Berries, and I will give it the leftovers. Because it looks like we'll have to keep Gengar in the battle and alive. Maybe Dream Eater would have been a good idea. In order to make sure the Pokemon doesn't flee. It's a shame too, because I really wanted to use False Swipe to get 1 HP. That would make this a lot quicker. Even asleep. I'm worried about how hard this will be to catch. Alright, usually you don't give a Pokemon like Gengar the leftovers to hold, because it's not a very bulky Pokemon. Alright, there shouldn't be anybody here. Nope, not the radio. There is another, no, nobody here. Just, I looked at my sprite and thought that was a dog for a second. Don't know what that says about me. But, the other way to get it is to steal it from a Love Disc. Love Disc is, not a very useful Pokemon in general. I know a lot of people thought that Alomomola, or whatever it's called, was going to be an evolution of Love Disc. It really looks like one. It's surprising that it's not. But, no, Love Disc is just not really that useful. But the best thing about Love Disc is that it can be holding a heart scale. Has a 50% chance, so I wanted to see if you could get them here in Heartgold, and you can, but only when there's a swarm. And what a swarm is, it's a mechanic that exists from Generation 2 to 5, and we're in a Pokemon that normally is not found in a location, and perhaps not even found in the game otherwise, like Love Disc, suddenly appears very frequently, i.e. in a swarm, on a route. And there's different ways to find out where they are. In the original Generation 2 games, you would get a phone call from somebody who would tell you. But in these games, apparently you have to listen to Professor Oak's talk show. So, the last couple days I did tune into Mary and Professor Oak to see if, by any chance, Love Disc were swarming. And they had Yema, I think, 2 days in a row, and something else I didn't really need, but no Love Disc, so I had to get my heart scales a different way. Okay. Yeah, the whole full swipe thing is really unfortunate, because I'm worried it's going to take a lot longer than I thought. This might end up being the Entei catching episode, not the legendary dog catching episode. On the bright side, unlike in the original Gold and Silver, Suicune is not a roamer in this game. It's actually standing back by Cerulean Cape, or Cerulean Cove, whatever it's called. I think it's Cerulean Cape. Back and forth we go. With 2 legendary dogs, we're bound to get lucky at some point. I wonder if Entei's a little scared of us now. I guess the good news is it'll be asleep when we start this. Is there a Pokemon I have? I guess I have to use Mean Look or it's going to flee though. Maybe, I was thinking, is there a Pokemon I could use to like weaken it a little bit? Like, I wonder how much a Sacred Fire would do. The trouble is it's a powerful move coming off of a very powerful Pokemon, even though it's not very effective. Rock Smash wouldn't do that much unless it crits. Ice Beam might also not kill it. Is Ho faster than Entei? It's 5 levels higher. Let's give it a shot. Let me save again just to be sure. This does mean that we're going to have to find Entei 2 more times, because it will flee after I use Rock Smash, but I think getting its health lower will be worth it. Even a crit from Rock Smash might not take it out. I do kind of wish I'd used Nightshade on Gengar. But I think having its health lower is going to save us a lot of time in the long run. Especially because if you don't catch Entei within a couple Pokeballs, it'll eventually defeat Gengar and then we're in trouble. So I was thinking I could switch in like Leah, but I just forgot the Mean Look only works while the Pokemon you used is on the field. Alright, still no Entei, Horse Raikou. If we get Raikou, I'll have to put Gengar in the lead again, because that way we can get a few turns of stuff on Raikou. Whereas Hoa would just get one turn. Alright, Entei's getting closer. And there is grass on the field as well. It kind of looks like they do move. Yeah, they are. He's getting closer. Please go left and don't go right. Nope, he's going back down again. It must be random which direction they go. And I imagine when you fly, they just go somewhere totally different. Alright, Entei is moving in the wrong direction here. Let me do a few of these and see if that helps. Yeah, kind of. Yeah, it does seem like they move to adjacent routes. It's just sometimes those adjacent routes are pretty far away. Oh, okay, here we go. Entei's back. And here he is. No more Raticates that time, that's nice. Yeah, he's just a little too low to risk a strength. I don't think it would be a knockout, but both of us have pressure. But if it crits, it definitely would be. And I can't fly because it'll just run away. Okay, we are faster. I think even if this crits will be okay. Oh, nice. That's okay. That's a good amount of HP. So it did flee, but now we're in really good shape. So let's put Gengar back out so we can use Mean Look again. And now we just have to check our Poké Radar. And I think the next time we find Entei, we should have a pretty decent chance of capturing it. Where is Entei? Is Entei still here? Does Entei not move routes when it flees? I thought it did. This is not Entei, because the music is the normal music. We didn't defeat it. Definitely fled. And I don't think Entei can go to Kanto. I think it's stuck in Johto. Latias, which we were told about by Steven back in Vermilion. Latias roams Kanto. Pretty sure that Raikou and Entei stay here. Let me check the map again. I can't even look at... Oh, yes I can. See, there's Latias. Where are you, Entei? You hiding from me? Maybe he's the same route that Raikou's on? So they're like on top of each other? That could be it. Alright, I'm gonna assume that's the case. We haven't run into Entei again yet. Hopefully I'm not gonna mess things up by changing routes. But better that than just staying here and doing 10 battles and not fighting Entei, if he is by Lake of Rage. Alright, there's Entei. Looks like he was at Lake of Rage because he's also in that area. Raikou's coming a little closer. Come on, Raikou, you want to have a turn? A little further away. Just bouncing back and forth. Entei's making a big loop. I wonder if I should go somewhere like in central Johto, like by the national park. Might be a little more effective. But this will do too. Since we're already here, I think that route requires cut, and it would probably reset every time we changed routes, so that would be annoying. I assume that Entei overrides your character's icon, or is shown next to it or something, because... yeah, they're probably on the same route right now. Are they moving in unison? It'd be cool if there was like a double battle where we found both of them. See, I only see Raikou, so I guess they're just randomly moving in unison. That's pretty cool. Huh. See, I wonder if I should like go to Ekritique and like take a risk and see if, but then I have to go through the grass, so let's not do that. Alright, there they go. Like there though, I feel like Entei more than one route. Oh, we have a Raikou. Alright, let's do it. Maybe I'll try using Nightshade against Raikou. This is not him. Betting it's Eradicate. Rattata. Close enough. We are going to save our power points for the legendary beasts, though. Alright, here we go. I think this might be our first encounter with Raikou. The question is, are we faster? 11 levels, I think we are, but plus Raikou being wild should have no EVs, so that should help. Okay, mean look. Good. I should definitely put Raikou to sleep so it'll do less damage. Because as soon as it knocks out Gengar, this battle is over. Okay, Reflect. We don't have any physical attacks. Shadow Ball used to be a physical attack in generations 1 through 3 because Gengar... because Ghost attacks were classified as physical attacks. So were Poison. So poor Gengar didn't have any good stab moves in Gen 1 through 3. It was still good Pokemon, but only because it could learn like Thunderbolt and... I don't know what else you would teach a Gengar back then. Alright, let's see how much Nightshade will do. Hopefully just under half. And not just over a third. It looks like it's just over a third. Great, okay. Do I risk a Shadow Ball? I think Shadow Ball would do too much. Gengar is pretty powerful. Ironically, a Dream Eater would probably be just the right amount. Alright, so we can't do any more damage. And if we could probably use a Fastball. Raikou is a good Pokemon to use it on. Quick Ball is one used right away, right? Yeah. Too late for that. Do I have any Fastballs? There it is, 9. Yeah, Raikou I think is base 115 speed, so I would imagine it's a good candidate for a Fastball. If it's not, then very few things are. How cool would it be to have a Raikou in like a Lightning Pokeball? I guess it's classified that way since many electric Pokemon are among the fastest in the game. I wouldn't mind if it had a little bit lower health. It's not even shaking once. Oh good, quick attack, okay. Now pressure is going to make our power points lower faster, so if we run out of Hypnosises, this could be bad, I only get one more. Actually I left berries, so that's not too bad. So we could really stay here all day. I'm almost tempted to just, great, we're paralyzed. Leftovers is going to be nice here, but it is going to make the battle take a little bit longer because you have to see that leftovers text. Alright. So I need to use a Leva Berry and maybe a Paralyzed Cure Berry as well. And I'm sure that, let's see where full heal. We'll use a Paralyzed Heal though. Alright. If I was just playing this on my own, I'd probably just come back again, lower it with Ho-Oh. Oh, that's right, it knows Roar. Alright, so... Joey, I don't want to talk to you right now. You probably just missed catching like a rat or something, and I missed catching a legendary dog. Luckily we haven't fainted them yet, so... that at least is good news. Joey, what's up? Good evening, me, Joey, were you awake? I saw a wild Hoot-Hoot. I thought about going for it, but failed. Yep, exactly. Way to fail against Hoot-Hoot. Good job, Joey. Okay, that was mean, but still. I'm just really, obviously Raikou's faster than Kingler, and I'm really worried that a Brick Break is going to be too much coming off of a Pokemon like Ho-Oh. Do I have any Pokemon that are... Thunderbolt, I think... I don't know, I just don't know if it'll defeat Raikou, and I don't want to knock it out. Not that I couldn't just turn the game off and on again, but that'd just be a waste of time going back and forth trying to encounter it. At the same time, though, it doesn't seem like we're doing a lot of progress just chucking balls at it while it's at 30% or whatever that is. Maybe I'll try a Rock Smash. Is there some item I could give Ho that would like lower its attack? That'd be nice. Oh yeah, Kroot. Definitely don't want to use Earthquake. If I had Choice Scarf, that would make this a lot faster because I could boost the speed of any of my Pokemon. Kroot's gonna be slower anyway. Is there like another move I could teach Ho-Oh? I guess I probably wouldn't want to though because it already knows 3 HM moves. So I'd have to delete Sacred Fire. I imagine that Entei has better defenses than Raikou. Raikou's pretty weak defensively from what I recall. Just seeing how much it did to Entei, I'm like, I think the odds are better than not that even a Rock Smash will take out Raikou. Alright, so Raikou is starting to get away. Yeah, he's really far away now. Tempted to go chasing them, like make this an actual hunt, but I feel like that would take longer. Maybe I should go to Mahogany Town? See, it's just... The thing is there you have to go from town to route, so even if they end up in one of the routes around Mahogany Town, as soon as you go to that route, they then move to a different route. So it's not really helpful. The intersection between the starting route and that up and down route with all the ledges would be nice, but I think you have to... You know what? There is a field there, isn't there? Let's give that a try. Now the Raikou's coming back. So let's hang here a little bit longer first. Nope. Okay, here we go. Raikou Part 2. I think we just saved. Let me just be extra super sure. Because once you faint a legendary Pokemon, there's no going back unless you go back to your last save point. And like I said, I'm just really worried this Rock Smash is going to be too much for Raikou. But, gotta try it. As much as I'd love to use Full Swipe, there's no way Raikou's not faster. I think it can flee. If it's faster, I think it gets the chance to flee first before you use a move. I don't think fleeing is a lower priority action. No, it's not, because like right there, Raticate didn't get a free chance to attack, so... Wonder how much Fly would do. Fly would do more than Rock Smash though, because it gets Stab. And it's just a higher base power move. Even though it's not effective against Raikou. Raikou is here, is it not? And Raikou, like most legendaries, is an it. Does not have a gender. Let's see. Still here. One of these days. Getting a little bit closer, I guess. And I do only have about 18 minutes left, so... Come on, Raikou. Let me just double check. Oh, he moved. How did he move? Alright, well... In that case, let's fly over here, even though that'll reset everything. It might be a better spot to go back and forth between. And we should also heal up, since Gengar's power points are pretty much out. Okay, anybody here? No. I can see Latios now, that's kind of cool. But not our current target. Ah. Looks like I have to go through some grass here. And a Hoot Hoot. Ho-Oh versus Hoot Hoot. Should be a close contest. Alright, made it out of the grass. And I'm pretty sure that the tunnel there does not count as a individual area, so they shouldn't change twice. The annoying thing is I can't see the whole map, although I guess they can't appear over there, so... The real question is, if Entei was at the same place I am, do I see it, or is it being overridden by my sprite? Because right now I just see Raikou. I'm going to assume they're at the same spot. Ironically, Raikou's just chilling at the place I was, like taunting me now. And because of the animation when you go in and out of the tunnel, I'm thinking this might actually be longer. He's not moving at all. Am I not changing routes? I clearly am. Let's see, Route 46. They're not moving at all. Is like a portion of this route still classified as Route 46 even though you're through the gatehouse? Route 29, no, I'm at Route 29. So why aren't you guys... I don't understand that at all, they should be moving. Alright, back to our normal spot then. So I was hoping this wouldn't take so long. This might end up being part 1 of our legendary dog catching. But at least we have made some good progress, health-wise. And hopefully we can make a little more progress and maybe even catch one before I have to go. Let's see, do we get lucky by any chance? No. Now that we fly up by Olivine, they are anywhere but here. Getting closer. Going the wrong way now. See, and here I was being optimistic that we could actually catch all 3 this episode, but if I could switch Kingler out, then that would have been possible, but I didn't realize they could flee while they were asleep. It doesn't make a lot of sense. I know you can flee while your Pokemon are asleep, but that's because you're a trainer, and you're not asleep, your Pokemon are. So that actually makes sense. But how does a sleeping Entei run away? And of course, now Entei's back where we just were. Alright, coming closer. Let me do like 2 this time. Alright, Raikou's getting within striking range. Are we lucky? Yes, we are. Okay. Just making sure Ho's out first. Let's hope that Rock Smash won't be a knockout. Okay, here we go. Yeah, I'm just really thinking it will be, because I don't think Raikou has the best defenses, and it's just low enough on health where I don't think it can survive. Especially seeing how much it did to Entei. But here we go. Try to hold back Ho-Oh. Just do a little bit of damage. Critical hit. That is not what I wanted. Alright guys, well I'm going to go ahead and restart the game then. I got 1, 2, 3, 4 experience points. Not at all what I wanted. And I don't want a phone call from Hillary either. So what I'm going to do is restart and then maybe try to think of a way to weaken Raikou a little bit. I might even do that off screen. When we come back, we should be able to capture, hopefully, all 3 legendary dogs now that they are within striking range. So, sorry we didn't get any this time. Thank you for watching nonetheless, and stay tuned for more legendary Pokemon hunting.